There is going to be a new fire station in North Idaho. Tonight, how that new station aims to improve response times to certain communities.
Clouds are here along with some cooler temperatures as we head into the weekend. Rain and mountain snow arrive Friday night.
And tonight, a fight between a food delivery driver and a University of Idaho student resulted in one person hospitalized. Why prosecutors say no charges will be filed. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. New tonight, we are tracking new developments about a fight on the University of Idaho campus that left one man in a medically induced coma. That fight happened back in September, but prosecutors and police just announcing today that no charges will be filed. KREM 2's Christian Garza joining us live tonight to explain why. Christian?
Investigators say audio and video recordings, as well as a medical analysis, ultimately shaped their decision to not move forward with the charge of aggravated battery. Police say this all started from a missed basketball shot. The 21-year-old University of Idaho student was playing with some friends on Phi Delta Theta property when the ball hit the car Austin Dawson was driving while delivering food for DoorDash. Witnesses told Moscow police Dawson was upset about the situation and challenged the student to a fight because of damages. Investigators clarified that no damage was found. In a joint statement from police and the Latah prosecutor's office, the student declined to fight several times during the confrontation. Witnesses say Dawson finished his delivery and then went back to confront the student again. Investigators say in video and audio recordings you can hear Dawson provoking the student. The statement reveals the student later agreed to fight off of the fraternity property on the street. Video shows the two men shaking hands before the altercation. Multiple witnesses say Dawson threw the first punch. Investigators say the student tackled Dawson and Dawson hit his head on the pavement. While on the ground, the student punched Dawson multiple times before stopping when people told him to. The fight itself lasted 15 to 20 seconds. Moments later, 911 was called and bystanders began providing first aid. Dawson was later life-flighted to Lewiston and put into a medically induced coma. Medical experts told investigators Dawson's most serious injuries were caused by him hitting his head on the pavement, not the punches thrown afterward. Dawson's family tells KREM 2 they are surprised at how quickly he has recovered since being put in the coma. They say at this time he isn't dealing with any lasting brain damage from the fight. Under Idaho law, aggravated battery requires proof that unlawful force caused great bodily injury. Prosecutors determined the two men engaged in a mutual fight and say they cannot prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the legal standard for charges were met. Dawson's family gave me a statement today saying, "We don't agree with their decision and our family is disappointed by this outcome." After the fight, Phi Delta Theta released a statement saying that the student was removed from membership. We have since reached out to the frat about his future now that no charges are being filed, but we have not heard back. Since no charges are being filed, we have chosen not to name the student involved. In the newsroom, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.
Christian, thank you very much. 2 people are presumed to be dead following a house fire in Stevens County early this morning. According to the Stevens County Fire District 2, they received a call about a reported fire near Springdale Hunters Road in Fruitdale. The fire district said 6 people are in the house. 2 of them are missing and presumed to be dead. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, so we will keep you updated as we learn more. Tax refunds in Idaho may be delayed. Right now, the State Tax Commission could lose workers because of budget cuts. Those workers help process millions of tax returns quickly, and without them, refunds could take 18 to 24 weeks longer. If refunds are too slow, Idaho would have to pay interest, which could cost the state millions. Today, Peer Spokane, a program that connects people in downtown Spokane with social services, is shutting down. KREM 2's Regan Gallo has more on what this means for the downtown community tonight.
Well, in partnership with the Spokane Public Library, Peer Spokane connected people to critical resources. Now, library leaders say without additional grant funding, the program is forced to come to an end.
Since 2023, officials tell me Peer Spokane connected more than 1,000 people to resources like healthcare and housing support. I am told the Central Library staff and the library safety team is working to step in to still provide the information to those who need it, and they will do the work that the peer specialists used to do. One volunteer I talked to says this loss is still disappointing.
And Thursday mornings, the peer group would run a program called Coffee and Conversation. And we would see people come in and they would go upstairs and have coffee, and there were services available for them to connect with. And one gentleman told me recently that he felt it was the only time of the week that somebody saw him. So that program is a big loss, as is all of the peer services.
Julie Garcia, who runs the Cannon Street Navigation Center, says they expect to see more people with this change.
Now, back in 2025, the city of Spokane did provide temporary funding when grant funding ran out. The city noted they do not have much involvement in Peer Spokane, and at this time, Peer Spokane has not applied to any city-specific funding. For now, I'm reporting in downtown Spokane. Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
All right, let's switch gears briefly and talk weather with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo standing by in the Outdoor Weather Center tonight. And Jeremy, still not raining, still a pretty nice day.
Still pretty nice, Mark. We even have a little alpenglow out on those hills.
I like the sound of that.
Oh, beautiful out here. A little bit cooler, though. Temperatures hung out in the upper 30s for most of the day, and they're pretty close to it right now just about everywhere. Compare that to where we sat this time yesterday, and we're about 2 to, say, 6 degrees colder than where we were. Those temperatures are going to play a game of catch-up, though, here in the next couple of hours with our lingering cloud cover. However, I can see breaks in that cloud cover out to the west as we catch the backside of this band of clouds. Remember, this was a worst-case scenario. We got as cold as possible overnight, the clouds moved over us, and that kept us cool throughout the day. Now they move out, our temperatures drop again tonight, and once they do, we wind up seeing another round of cloud cover tomorrow. So tomorrow winds up a lot cooler, and eventually we see a round of moisture. That moisture is going to be rain down low starting around 8 p.m. tomorrow, and snow up in the mountains. Should move out by Saturday morning, then we're pretty dry throughout Valentine's Day. Another round of moisture set to move in Sunday, but most of that stays a little farther to the south. For us, tomorrow winds up cloudy, very similar to today, and then eventually rain returns instead of catching these late day breaks in the clouds. Rain Friday night, Saturday scattered showers, Sunday a similar story. None of those widespread, none of those offering much, but they will pop up sporadically throughout the day.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. We'll check back in with you later in the show tonight. We still have more headlines to get to on KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. Coming up, the FBI released new details about the suspect in the Guthrie abduction case. The latest that we know still ahead. And a bit later, we'll take you to the Northern Lakes Fire District station, why leaders there say that new station will help with response times.